Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 8. Today I will be going through and answering questions that you guys left on one of the more recent community posts on the channel. But before we get into that, those of you who didn't see my last video that I recorded for Flashverse on this channel, I am Arrowverse Scenes, and I am just filling in for Flashverse while he is busy this week on school exams and stuff like that. So I'm not taking over the channel or anything. I'm just making some videos for him since he is unable to. And I'm sorry if there's any like microphone problems or anything like that, if it sounds weird. I'm not able to use a good microphone right now because I don't have it with me. So I'm just having to use this one in the meantime. So obviously I won't be able to answer every question that was left in this video, but I believe I will be making another one answering the other questions asked. So if your question isn't answered in this video, come back tomorrow or the day after, and your question should be answered in that video. So the first question comes from Mustafa Bozen. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, let me know in the comments. But they ask, is Barry still going to be faster than Thorn once he gets his speed back? And to be honest, we don't actually know. There's no proper answer for that question, but we can theorize. So when Thorn eventually returns, whenever it is, whether it's this season, next season, whatever, I think it's going to be safe to say that Thorn is going to be faster than Barry, mainly because we're going to need to see Barry face a challenge, and being slower than Thorn is how you can do that. But that's just a guess. Thorn could come back and he could be slower than Barry, and we could see Barry absolutely destroy him. So like if we see a different version of Thorn that's not the one currently locked up in Argus, and it's like a younger Thorn, maybe he's slower than Barry and Barry's able to defeat him easily or something like that. But if the Thorn that's in Argus right now gets out and gets speed, he could be faster than Barry basically. The next question comes from Flashy Boy, and they ask, my question is that what are your thoughts to the future of the Arrowverse, and are you going to continue your YouTube channel until the Flash is over or at the end of the Arrowverse? And although this isn't my channel and I'm not Flashverse, he has actually asked me to answer this. So basically the future of his channel is once Flash ends, he's hopefully going to be continuing to do Arrowverse videos on shows like Superman Lois, and he'll obviously do some videos on the movies and the HBO shows, like he's doing Peacemaker, obviously there's the Green Lantern show, all that stuff. But as some of you might have noticed, he's been doing more Marvel videos as well, so there'll be those sort of videos as well. So that means if the Flash does get announced to be ending at any point, make sure you guys stick around on the channel and don't leave, because there'll still be some good content on the channel. And the other part of the question is, what are your thoughts on the future of the Arrowverse? Basically, this is what I think. I think the shows will continue even once the Flash ends, and the old original Arrowverse shows all end, like Legends as well as Flash. Yeah, I think it will continue on with the new shows like Superman Lois, and then we've got Naomi, which currently isn't actually technically set in the Arrowverse, but it might at some point. But then obviously Stargirl, and all these other shows that are coming to the CW and Arrowverse. They'll continue, they will hopefully thrive, and you never know, we might see Grant come back to play Flash for crossovers or guest appearances in some of the shows. So then we got a question from Joshi M07, and they ask, do you think the next crossover should be based on Injustice? For those of you who don't know what the Injustice story is like, it's basically that Lois dies and Superman goes crazy and destroys Metropolis, so like the Justice League just kind of just has to help stop him. And it could probably work in the Arrowverse. Like, we got Lois, we got Superman, there's Flash, there's even Stargirl from a different Earth. There's all these different characters that can help out. But as the next crossover, I would personally want it to be something original, something that's not taken from the comics. Like we've had Elseworlds, and then we've had Crisis on Earth X. That was pretty original, and that was one of the best crossovers that the Arrowverse has had. So hopefully they can come up with something original and make it interesting. But I think Injustice could work in the Arrowverse, but it would need to be a decently long story, like 5 episodes, maybe even more than that. So it could work on Superman and Lois. Like maybe they do something similar to what happened in Armageddon. Like it's set on the Superman and Lois show, but guest characters from other shows come in, and like maybe Grant comes in to help stop Superman. But I guess we've already had evil Superman on that show in season 1, so I don't know. I don't think it's that likely that the next crossover is going to be Injustice, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Now this question is coming from Mustafa Bozan again, and they ask, is there room for a Batman in the CW? So we got the Gotham Knights show potentially coming up if the pilot's approved by the CW, and that, what we got from the synopsis from that show, Bruce Wayne's apparently dead, and we're not sure if that is going to be set in the Arrowverse. It might not, but if it is, then obviously there's no Batman. But honestly, if Batman isn't dead and we do eventually get him, I'm not sure how well it'll work, because we have Batwoman already, and that is a Batman-like character, and although it's not Bruce Wayne or not Batman, that show still uses a lot of Batman stuff, like the gadgets and characters. Like they've got some of the villains in there right now. But we also had Green Arrow, which is arguably very Batman-like. So ultimately, I'm not sure if Batman is going to be able to work in the Arrowverse if he comes in for full time, but maybe he is able to come in sort of like what Superman did in Supergirl season 2 and up until the show, like just comes in every now and then, like for crossovers or stuff like that maybe. But obviously the CW is going to need the rights for Batman. Like currently they're not actually allowed to use him, they're only allowed to name drop him and stuff like that. But yeah, I honestly don't think that Batman could work unless they try to make him different to what we've already seen with other characters that are similar to Batman. So the next question is coming from Ambrose Rule, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and they ask, has Ezra's Flash done filming his movie? If not, that can explain the 3-month break we are getting to see Grant Gustin in the movie. So yes, the Flash movie has finished most of its filming, like the main part of its filming, but I believe pickups, there are going to be some pickups later this year, in a month or so. But the 3-month break that we're having right now for the Flash show and all the other shows, that is just because of Christmas and holidays and all that. They needed to stop filming for a month or so they could be with their family, celebrate Christmas, the holidays, all that stuff. But that the show is actually starting up this week on Monday or something like that. So they are starting back, but I don't think that this is when Grant Gustin would have filmed his cameo in The Flash if he is in that movie, just because it's Christmas and holidays and stuff, and they probably weren't doing any filming for The Flash during this time. But as I said before, there are, I think, from what I've heard, that there are some pickups for The Flash movie in a few months, which is possibly when Grant could go and film his cameo or whatever his role is in the movie, because by then season 8 for The Flash might have finished up, so he's able to go from there to LA or wherever the Flash filming would be and film his stuff there. So yeah, this 3-month break for the show isn't because of Grant going to film his stuff in The Flash. But the next question that Ambrose asked was, if Ezra's Flash movie has done filming and Grant can't go to film his 3-month break, have we seen any kind of scene from after Crisis going to Armageddon that allows Grant Gustin to appear in Ezra's movie? So what I gathered from that is they're asking that is there like scenes that they could reuse, or are you asking if there's like something that happened after Crisis that could in canon like be how he goes into the movie universe or something like that? Well, first of all, yes, they could reuse footage that has been on the show, or stuff that we haven't seen on the show that's like deleted scenes or alternate shots and stuff like that. They could reuse that for the movie if Grant can't make his way to film stuff. They could do that, or they could have like his lightning, which I don't think they would do if they're gonna have Flash, our CW Flash show up. They'd probably have his face there. Um, but in terms of if there's like something that happened in the show that would explain his appearance in the movie, I don't think so. I think it would just be contained to the movie if he's in it. So yeah. And the final question for this video is coming from Tanzil Hader, I think that's how you pronounce it, and they ask, I know this is not Arrowverse related, but who do you think is a better Flash, Barry Allen or Wally West? Now, in the show, I think obviously Barry is a better Flash, mainly because he's obviously the star, he's had most development, and Wally kind of was sidelined when he was on the show. But in like the comics and other media, I actually think I like Wally more. Like, he's faster. There's obviously multiple versions of Wally, but I think I just like his character more, really. I don't really have a proper reason, but I just saw the character, and once I get to know him, I liked him. But that's about it for this video today. Come back in a few days. I'm not sure if it's going to be tomorrow or 2 days away or whenever it is, but come back for the next Q&A answering video where I will be here again answering the rest of these questions, hopefully. Yeah, so if you guys did enjoy, dropping a like would be nice. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Comment your thoughts, theories, and opinions down below on what we discussed in this video today. And Flashverse does actually have membership now, so if you guys want to go support him and the channel and get some cool perks, you can go join that down below. And obviously, I'm sorry that Flashverse can't be here. As I said earlier, he's busy, so yeah, hopefully I was able to stand in for him decently today. But yeah, so that's about it. I will catch you guys later. Bye.